So, welcome to the show. This is Brave Trax. This is a show about new electronic music where I invite a guest every time and we take turns play music for each other and then we react to it. And I came up with this show because music discovery is changing a lot in these years. How we find music and find music online or not in a record store anymore. And we want to dig into that a little bit and see how someone that lives from playing or creating music go about doing music discovery. We're coming to you live down from the Meatpacking district in Copenhagen. It's cold as F outside and a lot of snow. And so you're welcome to come down here if you're watching it, and then you can watch us live. But otherwise, we are online here on Radio Panini. My guest today is B for me.
Hi.
And I will refer to him as Fry for the remainder of this show. Just see, I have a little bit of data on you here, but you make house music as B from E, and then you also make trance music as Mr. Free, which might be the best name for a trance act ever. And then you came up with the term DKG as as kind of like a spin on UK Garage as Champagne Brews.
Yeah, I don't want to take
You don't want to take credit for that?
I don't want to take credit for coming up with it. I think it was already in the ether, but I really do represent it.
You were at least the first one I heard it from, and then you also, I don't know if that exists anymore, but you used to be part of the hip hop project Natcat.
I am still part of the hip hop project Natcat, and I will also say that I do produce a lot of trains under the alias B for me.
So B for me is also trance now?
Yeah, I think actually Mr. Free and B for me has merged together during the last couple of years.
Okay, yeah. So will there be more Mr. Free, or is it just B for me now?
I think I actually a couple of years ago I announced that Mr. Free got into pension.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like chilling on a porch somewhere, and maybe sometimes acid track would slip out from the nursery home, but probably B for me has taken over his legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw the latest album or EP you had out of Houseum was quite a bit where it seems it was an introduction of you doing both house and trance at the same time.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months. I did the Houseum EP, and now it follows up with the Ellipse EP, which is a sister label to Houseum.
Okay.
And that's a more trancey release.
Yeah. And then
maybe we'll hear some.
I'm really looking forward to everything you have to, because we'll just then take turns, and then I've instructed you beforehand to be brutally honest if I play something that you don't like, because that's actually something that I fell into in the beginning. I felt it was really uncomfortable when my guest didn't like what I was playing, and I was like kind of growing into my shell and didn't know what to do with myself. But I figured out when I looked on the shows afterwards that's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'm gonna hate on any of your stuff, because I'm a very open-minded person and I like a lot of different music, as you can tell from my many aliases.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but
let's see.
I guess that's what happens when it is you have a lot of aliases, and then all of a sudden something starts to take off. Then you kind of want to concentrate the efforts on the thing that resonates.
Yeah, you gotta spend time where there's good feedback, you know.
And before you get to the first track to play, I just want to also talk about that besides being a DJ and a musician, and you also do a lot of work doing voiceovers and stuff like that, then you're also a stand-up comic.
Yeah, I'm like newly born stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for like 4 months now,
Yeah.
4 to 5 months, I think. Yeah,
And
but it's going okay. And
how long did you think about it before you started?
I mean, I've been thinking about it all my life, actually, and then, but always thinking, no, I gotta focus on the music and stuff. But then my wife started doing stand-up comedy a couple of years ago, and I just started writing with her on the side just for fun, and I got good at it. And then this last summer, I was like, fuck it, I gotta do it, because I was offered to go out on a mic. And now I'm just out on mics and having a lot of fun, and it's really uplifting for my life.
Yeah, and we can all see it on your Instagram account, especially for comedy. There's like Freilevin _comedy or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to separate the
So
stuff.
what does your wife think about that you kind of like barging in on her field?
I think she's happy about it
Is she?
because because we share the love for comedy together.
Okay.
Comedy has been like what kept us together during some of the roughest times we've had, and we go out on mics together, we write together. It's like we never need anything to exterior to have fun. We can just crack jokes and bounce off with each other when we riff, you know. So it's a beautiful thing to
And
have.
then you actually never need to Netflix and chill.
We do not.
You don't?
No, we actually watching The Sopranos at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
But we almost never have time to see see series.
But that makes sense, because if you can just sit down and write jokes, then why would you do anything
No,
else?
I mean, both of us are creative persons who try to break through, so we don't have time for like recreational stuff. We are working all the time on comedy, music, performance stuff. Writing.
Sounds like an amazing life.
It is good.
So let's dive into it. You start with the first track. You can either do a short introduction now, or you can just play it and talk about it after. You decide.
Let's listen and then we talk.
Okay.
So this track is by an artist called Eloise, and the track is called Believe.
Yeah.
And it's out on Night Tide, and I think it's her own label.
Yeah. So where is she? I don't know Eloise. Where's she from?
I really don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But it's a part of an album actually,
Yeah.
and or like a big EP. And I listened to a lot of the tracks. I really like this one, but she also sings on some of her tracks, which is so different in accordance to this track, which is so instrumental.
Yeah.
Apart from the little sample.
So what this reminds me of is like 90s Dragonfly trance.
Yeah.
It's you know, this thing where you know where that's where I started to get into electronic music, and then a lot of us have come into electronic music via trance because it's so easy to understand. But this also sounds like trance from a period where it wasn't music that kind of was made for the purpose of something secondary, right? And music wasn't really important. This sounds like from a time where you know, because I don't know, it was Björn Sween who once said to me, there's not trance is not a bad genre. There's just a really lot of bad trance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I really like this.
A lot of trance.
I have great memories just coming up just from listening to this.
Yeah. I think you're spot on with the Rhino Records because it's so Goa-ish.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. That's why I brought it, because I was like, listen to this nice little midnight chilled Goa track.
Yeah. So, where would you play this?
Midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah, like on the edge of like we go from you know, the rhythm is pumping, people are feeling it. Now we go into like the more intense stuff. But this is right on like the bridge between that.
So
midnight
it builds
style.
a lot of tension, but and keeps from releasing it.
Yeah. You know, the full moon comes out. People on the beach are really getting into it. The mushrooms are kicking in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you're playing tonight? Are you gonna play it tonight?
I'm gonna play tonight. I'm not
Okay.
gonna play this one tonight. No, I'm gonna play a lot harder tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But I don't know
You don't
because
know
Steen Kong is playing
Yeah.
before me.
you gotta
and
keep your options open.
Yeah, maybe this is actually the breakover track, the bridge that could be good from Steen's music to mine. But depends. I don't know how hard he's gonna play.
So just for the ones that are watching this live, where are you playing tonight?
I am playing at Das, den anden side, for the Et andet sted reunion.
Yeah.
So it's a big lineup. We play only 1 hour each.
Yeah, and that was like those legendary parties out in the
Grøntå.
Yeah. And I actually never got to go to those.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a part of my time when I was like disillusioned with dance music, and you know, it grabs a hold of you, and sometimes you say you gotta let me go, and then it leaves you for a little bit, and then it drags you in again. Okay. So I want to dig into a little bit later how you found this and other music and how you usually discover music, but let me just move on to a track here from a Swedish guy called Martinu. This track is called Search, and it's from the Always There EP, and then we can dig into that later.
All right.
So, I chose this feeding off of Uplay, but also because I don't know, this Swedish guy, Martinu, this is really trancey, and a lot of the other things he does is more tech housey, but he has this kind of the dramatic, melodic quality with a lot of space in it that really appeals to me, and this is like a 4-track EP, and I like all of the tracks, and it's funny that I chose this, but I chose this actually out of the 4 because I know you have a trance inclination.
I love it.
You love it.
I love it. I think it's wonderful. And it's not that fast. It's like 128 BPM.
Yeah, around there.
It's
Yeah,
super nice.
Yeah.
I think you have it's like the very static drums, but then the trancey dark synths coming in, waka waka waka. You know, that's the great part. Spiced up with the angelic pad chords. You know.
Yeah. And then a chord that has to be like a 7 or 9 or something, so it gets a little bit of drama in it, right?
And it all fits to the root note. The bass line is one note, kind of one note, but the chords can change around that one note. I love that.
Yeah. No, but I'm happy that I got one in to begin with. I'm not sure it's gonna stay that way. So I found this, and I've talked to this on the show before. I found this because I follow different labels on Bandcamp, and this is on Nuclear Audio. I think it's from Holland. And then it comes into your feed, and then you see, and then you try out what it comes in.
Mean nuclear audio or something.
Yeah, nuclear. Ready?
Something like
completely over my head.
That sounds very trancey.
Yeah,
like nuclear audio.
So, how do you find music usually?
I used to really find a lot of music on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I was digging kind of like only old music, like old school stuff. But during the last couple of years, I've really gotten into playing almost only new tracks. Yeah. Because of my gigs, they have changed so much with my career taking off, going to other countries and playing, and sometimes I really need a remastered edit if I have to play old tracks, because or I really need a really good mixer to, but I'm doing too much, and I'd rather have a rework.
So you can always hear it when you dump in a track from the 90s and then mix it into a new one?
Yeah, but I mean, there's some tracks from the 90s that sound really good, and then I can play it, but the new tracks that I play, they just hit harder every time, so I do play new tracks, and most of my tracks come from promo pools. I get so many promos with my name getting more international and stuff. So I get sent a lot of stuff, not only from promo pools, but like specifically privately from people and labels. So I'm happy for that. Please keep doing that, because it just makes music come to me directly.
Don't you think that the reason why you get so many is that there's people, when they release music, they know that one of the ways of a track to get discovered is if some DJ plays it at the right time?
Of course, yes, I do the same. Yeah. I kind of give all my music away. I'm like, just take it, play it, please. Be my ambassador.
And then go down to the train station and beg for money? Or
no, I'm really not stingy with my music. I'm just like, if you want to play it, you can have it.
Definitely. Just send it to me.
But I do still like go for hunts sometimes. But then sometimes checking in Beatport, checking the labels I follow on Bandcamp, just seeing if there's anything new, Yeah. But kind of like going to any measure to find something new and good. You know?
So when I created this show, it was also because from one of the feelings that I have when I look for new music is I go to Bandcamp, I go to Beatport, I go through all of the lists, and all of a sudden I realize that I have listened to a lot of music and I found 2 tracks I like, and I'm completely devastated from listening.
Terrible.
All of a sudden I can't decide what music is good or bad anymore. Do you know this feeling?
Yeah, it's horrible.
So how do you deal with it?
I don't know. I think it's so draining to look for music, and sometimes I romanticize the way I found music before. It was like this YouTube algorithm just spraying me with gold, and it's just, I don't know why it's not happening anymore. It's really hard to find music. That's why I'm so happy about these promos getting sent to me, because I can just pick and choose.
And so do you think that, because you could also look at the promos sent to you as a form of algorithm?
Yeah, I guess.
So that you have a good promo algorithm?
Yeah, I mean, people send me stuff I really want to play, so
Okay. Yeah.
they know what I want.
Because I also talk to other people that talk about the promos and how they go through the promos, and it's the same feeling. It's terrible music after terrible music.
I've had some.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been linked up with promos, with promo pools where I just really never found anything good. But
do you then say to them, "Stop, send me stuff," or do you just
then
sort it out?
you just cancel the
Yeah, yeah.
subscription or
Yeah.
So, but I mean, still to really get like prime great tracks to play out. Still with the promo pools, I'm still sorting, what's good and what's not, and I don't end up with many tracks, But I'm lucky that I can always play a lot of unreleased stuff, so it fills out the sets,
A lot of people said that's what kind of discerns you from an up and coming DJ and someone that's a little bit further. That as an up and coming, you feel kind of discouraged that you can't get all of that unreleased stuff, and then you feel it's harder for you to break in because you can't provide what it is a DJ that's further up the chain can provide.
I mean, I don't know.
You just do like this.
I mean I didn't get the promo pools until like a couple of years ago, and it's gone great.
But I actually don't subscribe to that opinion that I'm relaying an opinion from somewhere else. Because I actually think that to me it's more about how you present the whatever music that you got more than what you have. Yeah, of course the music has to be something at least you yourself resonate with, but then you can play it in a succession that makes people like it, right?
Yeah, true. And I mean, my advice is if you're an upcoming DJ and you want unreleased stuff or you want really new stuff, just DM the DJ. Yeah. Because a lot of us DM the producer because we want our music to get heard. Yeah. So people are often willingly,
you
to
just said it before. You just gave it away. Yeah, definitely. So let's move on.
All right. So no introduction. I'm just gonna put this on.
Okay. So, what we listening to here?
Yeah, this is this is.
You're giving it away now. That was the agreement.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't
so
sit on the tracks.
this track is on a label called In the Future. It's Michel de Hayes label from a new various artists called Basement Trax EP, and the track is called Saboteca and is by B for Me. Unreleased, coming out very soon. It's a pre-order.
And you kept it for me because off the mic here, I've been talking about it, and you just been lapping it up.
I want your natural reaction.
Yeah, it's amazing. Quite well done. But I love it a lot. And let me start from the top. This organ one is kind of reminds me of early Robert Hood, but then the arrangement around this is something different. So, but it kind of taps into that minimal vibe of you just keep it going quietly and add a little bit along the way in a way where people don't get bored, but we also can really pinpoint what is it you've added, right? And then I heard this pad in the end and the way that you have put more delay on, going further and further, and that kind of intensifies.
Yeah, it's the same melody all through, but it evolves from like beginning to end.
And when you start making music, right, you want to say, okay, if I need to impress people, I need to, make all of these changes all the time in order for people not to get uninterested. And then you find out that the hardest thing to do is actually do almost nothing, but do it in a way that it's not boring, right?
Yeah.
So I like it a lot.
Yeah, thank you. And the Robert Hood's, reference is so good. It is truly a homage to like DJ Rolando, Underground Resistance, Los Hermanos, and so the Jaguar, and that's from the like Mexican indigenous lore. So my track is called Zapoteca, which is my indigenous tribe from Oaxaca in Mexico. Yeah. So it's a big homage to this underground resistance Latino sound in techno. Yeah,
amazing.
Latino techno.
Thank you for bringing it on. So I'm gonna put something on here, and I'm just gonna say what it is, and then we can talk about it after. This is Mesiande, and we're gonna stay in kind of like Latin American because this is a guy from Chile out on Fluid Funk, and this track is called Tears. So this is the kind of track that I go look for when we do these love rave parties. That is like a Sunday afternoon house party that we do down at Byhavn here in Copenhagen, where kids come down with their families and we play house music for the people. And the kind of looking for this kind of thing, this vibe. That's really, this is music that's made to be played outside. And I often kind of challenge the notion that when we do electronic music, we shouldn't really keep not developing the sound, but with this kind of house music I wanted, and we were just talking about before, that I just wanted to stay exactly like this. This sounds like house music had always sounded, right? And that's just, it really always pulls me in, and that's the reason why I chose this.
It makes so much sense that you want to play this on a Sunday, because it's straight up Sunday scene sound. It's like garage house.
Oh.
With, you know, garage house with the influence from New York, from Chicago, but like in the UK sound in the early 90s with Nice and Ripe and stuff, you know. I just love it.
And then this twist at this, and I didn't know that, but I just found this, right? Because I usually listen to what Fluid Funk puts out, and then I look, okay, so this guy is from Chile, of all places, right? And then, but really nicely done, and this is from an EP with us, like, also like there was back, and then it's the same track, different mixes, and this is the vocal dub, and then there's like a full dub.
But isn't it beautiful? Like, you have this music from New York, Chicago, and then people in the UK start making it, and they put their little twist on it, but it sounds so American, but in the UK, and what later on goes to become the UK garage, but this is like garage house, and now we're in 2026, and people from Chile, people from Copenhagen can make this sound and make it sound like with the soul and spirit of the original intention, you know. That's amazing. So people around the world are producing this great, amazing music.
And this is what I look for when I have to go out and listen to another DJ play, and then I want to listen to this, and I want to be outside, right? And so this encapsulates all of that.
Yeah, man, I love it. Okay, so this is my turn now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna put it on. We're gonna now for something
more surprises.
Completely different.
do you want to say what it is, or should I say what I think?
This is Dim City with a Pure Emotion on the label MAD Records or Mad Records, and
So I can make a comparison first, and then you'll think I don't like it, but it sounds like Mr. Rain mixed with Higher State of Consciousness.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I think Mr. Rain is from '92, so that would make sense. This is not from '92, but it definitely taps into that sound.
It definitely is. We're gonna make something that sounds retro, and it's retro from a period of time that I basically came out of. I came to Copenhagen wanting to DJ, and I played breakbeat, and I played a lot of this stuff. So of course I enjoy this. It also doesn't bring a lot of new things to the table, but as with the track that I played before, it doesn't really have to, right?
No, I mean, I think it's amazing that these kind of tracks are getting produced, and they are so well produced and sounds good, so that I can play it at a big club. And I think specifically this one has, for me, the vibe of liquid, sweet harmony. And then also with a
all
bit
of the
more
old
of
Excel
acid.
tracks,
Yeah, exactly. It's breakbeat hardcore, and there's a lot of new producers doing the old school breakbeat hardcore sound again with like real 90s rave vibe to it. And I'm one of them. And I just want to encourage people to do more of that, because maybe not for a whole set, but it's so nice to drop one of these like in the middle of a set. And usually it's pretty high BPM. So this is 135. It could easily go up to 140. Just put it in there in between the four on the floor stuff.
I think Cats and Dogs did a few years ago a track called Rave History. That was pretty much also where it sounds like because they usually do some other things, more like tech housey things, and it sounds like they made that track so they could just have one to drop in the middle of the set like that.
Yeah, it's a little bump to drop in between.
So forming a relationship with music now, we look at these numbers and stuff on the screen. Did you ever play vinyl?
Yeah.
So do you remember how it was that you remembered what to play when you're like looking through the box? And then, one thing that I feel when I'm out playing is that sometimes it's like, oh, this is just a list of tracks, and I forgot why I like it, right? And all this way with the covers and stuff. How do you feel about that is gone?
I don't know. I really enjoy playing with the CDJs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still called that, but
it is.
There's no CD in here. No, but I can still play vinyl, and I also enjoy playing vinyl. The thing is that I've just trashed a lot of my vinyls during the years, and I really love them. And some of them is like a lot of it is maybe something I won't be able to get a really nice second copy of. So I really take care of my vinyls, and I record all the vinyls I buy, and then I also remaster them, and then I just take them with me. Then I have them on a WAV file. But the thing about the numbers and the time codes and stuff. As soon as I put on a vinyl, or if I'm playing with another guy playing vinyl, I know exactly how it used to be, and I know, okay, this is how much is left, and I know when to mix and stuff. And but it is wonderful to mix with vinyl, because it's similar to producing without a laptop. It's like producing with an MPC or with an Atari ST40 or something like that. You stop looking at a screen and you start fantasizing instead, just using your fantasy, seeing the music internally instead of what the computer tells you.
Yeah, and looking at this number where you can see
there's so many
the
colors
BPM
and stuff. Your music just becomes what's on the screen instead of what's in your mind.
Yeah. So what do you do when now with this? Because I agree. I also, in the end, I also prefer to play on the CDJ or either way. I remember how it used to be on vinyl. But then, what do you do when you then have this list of tracks? What do you do in order for them to stand out to you while you?
Just make sure that the artwork is on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's
it.
Really good trick, right?
Yeah. The music, the artwork, and if it's a new track that I don't know, I just put something in the title at the end. There's like the blah blah, the one with or something.
But all of these tricks that we had to do is something that came naturally before, and now we have to do something in order for it to work, right?
Yeah, but then we on the other side we gained a lot of other advances with the digital stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never going back, right? I have all my vinyls in the basement, and I don't know what to do. So this is Lone and Life Spark that's coming out on his new album that's coming out in the end of March on Greco-Roman. Album's called Hyperphantasia. And I feel like Lone, he has been listening to all the same music I did when I was in my teens. So he's gone through Prodigy and Baby D and all of the XL recordings tracks that we talked about before. And he just mashed it all together with the FM bass and everything. And then I said to you that I felt that he was like kind of bringing something to the table while we were off the mic, and he said he isn't really. He's doing all the same thing. It just sounds modern, and you're right, it is. But it's everything. He's kind of like digging into my teens and bringing it all up, and then I'm just happy. And I think this will mostly be a headphone rave for me. I'm not gonna play this out probably. What do you think?
I could see myself playing it out, actually, yeah. But it has this humongous long break in the middle. Yeah. So I would just choose carefully not to have too many breaks, tracks with big breaks before that. But it's 160
so it's
BPM, so it's
basically a jungle track, right?
It's basically a jungle track, but also like basically a hardcore track, you know? It has all of this breakbeat hardcore stuff in it, and also some trance, which goes perfectly together. Yeah. But I think none of the elements are new. it just sounds new, and that's what makes it new. But how could I not like this, man? This is amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So his albums usually playing. He's really good at doing album music. So we can't hear all of the album yet, but when it comes out, I would suggest that there would be a lot of like ambient tracks in between and stuff like that. So I think he's like one going into the way that electronic album used to be in the 90s as well, with like the first Chemical Brothers and stuff like that, where we were like listening to albums as well.
Journey releases, yeah.
I'm hoping, I'm looking forward to be listening to that.
Yeah, man. That's
your turn.
All right. Okay. So we're going a bit faster now.
Yeah, I like
this
it.
This is Calocane with Amen, Imen, Omen. Amen. It's like kind of a prayer or something, you know, but with A-E-O-A, like chords or something, you know.
So for those who didn't get that, I'm gonna get a track list out of Fry later, and then I'm gonna put it on the website for this,
Yeah,
which is
good
on
idea.
bravetrackstuffstack.com. So afterwards, if you didn't get that, you can get it later. Because I would get this because it's amazing. So what I think is great about this is how that it manages to go up to 150 BPM and it doesn't feel that fast. And I think maybe because it's not very shuffly at all. And then it has that thing that with the track that I played is this one bass note that goes through and then evolves around it. And then I was hoping for you to bring some 303 to the table, and you delivered.
I had to bring some acid. Actually, I think it also works like slower.
So let's try it.
That's 140.
Yeah. Can you go slower?
Still bouncy. That's without the master tempo.
Yeah, yeah. So
I think it's pretty cool track. It can do a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah. And it's like when I do music, I always remember the shuffle, and then here they forgot it or they didn't do it. And I think that actually works really for this track.
Yeah.
Just get it like really stringent on the beat.
Yeah. This is actually one of those tracks that I didn't get from a promo pool. I didn't find it at Bandcamp. I went to Beatport and just searched around, and I think maybe I checked out some chart, you know, and it was there. I was like, I like it. Okay.
And did you do that in anticipation of this show or tonight?
No, it's like a month ago or something. I was going out to. I was actually doing a mixtape. Yeah. And it didn't end up in the mixtape.
No, but you wanted it to be in the mixtape.
I wanted it to be in the mixtape, and then the mixtape got more like hard house-ish. Yeah. And this is more like hard acid. It's more like. And the stuff I was playing was more like groovy. Yeah. So it didn't end up in that.
Okay, so I'm gonna play something completely different, and I'm not sure you're gonna like it. This is going into more of a minimal streak. This is Mike Shannon out of Canada, and a track entitled Off-World Sparkle. So, as I said, this was Mike Shannon, and he's kind of like a minimal house royalty out of Canada. And I used to live in Toronto, and I met him a few times. He's a really, really nice guy, and I always had like a thing for this kind of like really shuffly minimal house where not a lot happens. This is really, really wonky. And there's also this a blog online called The First Floor with this guy called Sean Ronaldo. He talks about electronic music, and then he reviewed this, and he said it's like if you miss some of that old Perlon shuffle, then listen to this track. And I don't know what you think about this.
I just got blasted back to 2007. This is what we used to play at like a Dunkel and those kind of clubs. I just remembered this artist named Minilog.
Yeah.
You remember Minilog?
Yeah, I remember.
It was so big. It was like it was so hot, and it was the times with Mike Sheridan and all these people doing minimal music. I gotta say, I'm a bit over it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I cannot say that it doesn't have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really tickle me anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
But I feel in that way that, you know, it's not something that I go to say, okay, I just need like a whole archive of this. And this one is out on Rekits, which is a Radio Slaves label. He doesn't really release minimal music, but he, for some reason, find that this should be a part of it. And for me, it was kind of like it was like a. I remember when I listened to this, and this is a nice reminder. And I feel like this track is basically made. It sounds like it's made live. He's just been on the board.
But it also sounds like the perfect,
recording, right?
like the perfect tribute track to that exact era.
Yeah.
It's like it tells everything about it. It was like Berlin. It was Mobile Records.
Yeah.
It was oh man, we had some great journeys to Berlin, going to listen to minimal deep tech.
Yeah. So if we count like the 20-year rule, in 2 years
this will be back.
This will be back.
I don't know about that, man.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, right? It started right here.
But Micro House has been back for many years
has
now.
It?
No,
Okay.
no, like it's not back, like
In a big
emerged kind of.
It means so it merged, or it means that you heard something somewhere.
It hasn't it been like the thing going on for like I don't listen to it,
No.
but I guess it comes like it's like born out of this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna come back.
No. So what do you think is gonna come back next? What's that? So where is house music going? Where do you think it's going right now?
I think where it's going right now is not. It's probably more the techie house style. You know, like if you go and find these nice releases from like 2003, 4. You listen to like Terry Lee Brown Jr., The Time Rider.
Yeah.
They had a lot of this stuff, but also some of the proggy stuff from around like 2003 and 4. It's very groovy and very consistent and like going on, and it's like I think there's gonna be a new wave of this.
So you think also all kind of the British tech house like Terry Farley and all of that stuff?
Yeah, and it's this. It has a kind of a deep sound to it, but it also is very groovy, and it's so I think house music is just getting more and more techy, but still with a bit of a retro.
But it's interesting because tech house also used to be like kind of a term for, it's like a forbidden term, and then when you said tech house, you actually didn't mean the music that you just described. Then you meant something else, and I think that kind of evolved into being business techno almost, right?
Yeah.
This kind of like
Joris
tracky music.
Born kind of stuff. There was played a lot around 2010.
Yeah.
Tech house. Yeah. So that's probably not tech house now.
Yeah. But I'm excited about this involvement. I think because that's the kind of house that I really enjoyed and I look forward to, and I look forward to seeing a lot of it. And you're not the first one that said this to me, so I think you're right.
It's very housey.
Yeah.
So I like that, because when people were like whispering about tech house coming back, I was like, pulling out the cross, like, no, please,
Okay.
no. But then I was like, oh, now I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy about that. It's super housey.
Yeah.
People want to groove.
Yeah. So you don't have a new track ready, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit.
Yeah,
while
do
you
that.
Find it. So I'm happy about this this kind of music coming on. I actually can't freewheel like this. Can you?
Yeah, yeah. I have this tune. I can present it now.
Yeah.
It's
Perfect.
it has a very long title. It's called "Play with Me," and it's by the Thompson Twins, and it's a J Rainbow redub washed edit that I found at Bandcamp, and it's because it's like a month ago I watched this cartoon. I finally had some fucking recreational time for myself, and I wanted to watch a movie,
Yeah.
like something fun, and I watched a 90s movie called Cool World. You know it?
No.
It's
Not at
like
all.
this guy who gets to go to a cartoon world.
Yeah.
And in the cartoon world, they just get drunk and have sex and stuff. But real people cannot have sex with cartoons. It's like a Hollywood movie, and then hell
my
breaks loose. But it's like a rave theme to it. I think it's
Yeah.
from 92, 93 or something. Future Sound of London has a track on it.
Yeah.
Actually, the Papua New Guinea track is on it as a soundtrack. But this is a redub washed edit that I found on Bandcamp so that I could play it out.
Looking forward.
right, Braver. Tell me what you
Det er fedt,
think.
det der. Jeg skulle lige have høretelefonen før, så stod jeg her. Sorry, I'm gonna do this in English. I was so into it that I had to do it in Danish first, but I'm just gonna put my headphones on and listen to it, and I was just really grooving to it. I don't know, the Thompson Twins is something that you know for like Hold Me Now and Doctor Doctor. It's like old 80s tracks from when I grew up with the music box on the TV. And I think this is progressive of the top drawer progressive, right? And it reminds you of all of those computer game compilations that you used to buy when you were little, right?
Yeah. It's I think it's amazing that they use like real rave music for a big Hollywood adult cartoon movie.
Yeah.
In like the early 90s.
So what I want to know is that before the show you told me that you never watched TV. So for once you sat down and watched TV, and then this was what you put on.
Yeah, it's because it has just been the New Year's Eve, and I was like, I actually have like a couple of days where nothing is going to happen. I'm legally, I'm allowed to not do anything, and then I have this long list of movies I want to watch that I never get to watch, and Cool World was one of them.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and like the intro just starts with this track, and I'm like shazamming the fuck out of it, So and I really still I need the original.
I'm gonna go home and watch this. I'm gonna go home and watch this. Definitely, but it definitely. I think we had a few tracks through the show today that's just been taking me back to, and it's funny how it is that the things that you listen to when it is that you are in your teens and in your 20s, that kind of informs the rest of your life. And then if you even listen to other kinds of music later in your life, whenever something taps into where you were formed at that point, then however it is, it's just like. I'm gonna go to the show where you play this. Where are you playing next, by the way?
Well, so tonight is Das.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Then,
and then you're gonna have something going on at Bakken, right?
Yeah, that's next month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start up a residency at Bakken. I'm gonna make, I'm proclaiming all this trance music. I'm really doing a lot for trance music in Copenhagen. I'm producing a lot of trance. But I've chosen to make a house music night at Bakken. Yeah. Because that's what I think the youth needs at Bakken. They need real house bangers all night long.
I think you'll have a bad time playing trance at Bakken, so good choice.
Okay, yeah. Well, I am really looking forward to it. It's gonna the night is gonna be called House Hustle.
Yeah.
So watch out.
That sounds like
House
a
Hustle.
really great time. And when is the first time? Yeah.
It is on the 12th of March.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Thursday.
I'll be there, especially if you play that Thompson Twins track.
I probably won't because this is too progressive.
Okay, but
I'm gonna go like house music.
Yeah. Okay.
Like really house. Yeah.
Great. So every time on this show, I make an effort out of also playing some Danish music. This is new music from a new alter ego of Nathan Sachs, aka DJ Central out of Aarhus. He came out with a new name called Aquafaber, and he has an EP out of Kalahari Oyster Cult that came out here in the end of November last year, and this track is called Plura. So there's one track that this reminds me really a lot of. That's something that I played a lot and I have danced a lot to. And that's Star Dancer by The Martian on Red Planet. Do you know this track?
Yeah.
So when I heard this track, I was like, this reminds me of that track completely. I don't know if you heard about it or something. Of course, this is completely its own. But it has that kind of like Detroit trance over that I really enjoy. Progressive Detroit, if there's anything like that.
Yeah, it's very Detroitish actually, and it's so it's fun. You know, some tracks can do really good with 4 chords, and then sometimes I've been thinking about, wow, well, you think about when club tracks starting, you know, revolutionizing just only having 2 chords. You know, it's the 2-chord revolution, and it just works. And this is the 1-chord revolution. It's 1 chord, and that's what it is. You know?
And then just be adventurous with how you modulate the shit out of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of trance too.
Yeah.
It depends.
But I think it's very
super
progressive, right?
Yeah. Floating. It's fast. It's 135.
Yeah.
You could definitely play this faster.
You want to try faster?
Yeah. I would probably play it around 140, 143. That's actually where it starts getting interesting for me.
Me as well. I almost
because
exclusively
listen to the bass line.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Woo! It's like
here we go.
I like it much more like in 40,
you're right. It's good. It's good. I didn't see that at all. It's good that you pointed that out.
But
Not at all gonna play this slower.
Natal is great.
Yeah, he's very talented. And he can do a lot of things. It's amazing what he done on this 5-track EP on Kalahari Oyster Cult. So let's move on.
Yeah, my turn. I'm gonna take it down a bit, not too much, just a bit.
So I was just, when we were listening to this, then when the bass come in, I don't know, I was just like, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Funky.
Yeah. So how would you describe this music?
This is trance, it's rave, it's 90s.
It's a lot of things at the same time. And when I have a track that's like this, where the bass come in that way, I love mixing it that way, where it is that, you know, you have that say we switch between the two tracks. So when you can't come to this, that's just when when the bass comes in, and then it just lifts the whole the whole thing up.
Yeah, this is super cool. It's the track is DJ Paradiso with the track Magic Shine, and it's on Transatlantic, a very cool label from Poland, who has been sending me promos directly in DMs for maybe a couple of years, and they do some they release cool stuff, and this one is.
But it's like an intersection. It's not completely trance. It's also like 90s progressive, and it's house music, and it's
beautiful. Beautiful.
Amazing. So we have a little task at hand here. So we're just gonna let this go out, because in the beginning of the show we had a little theme, and every guest provides a new sample for the theme, and now it's your turn. So I'm gonna count to 3.
And the mic is there?
Mic is right there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna count to 3, and then you're gonna provide a sound.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Dance while the records spin.
And it's right there. we have a waveform. So we're gonna put that in the theme for next time. So I'm gonna take it down a little bit and make it a little bit more soulful. This is DJ Spen, who is from the Basement Boys Collective out of US. And then it's a remix by Crackersat, which is a UK producer. So it's kind of like UK meeting US. They're both known for really soulful productions, and Crackersat has this kind of like really stripped down way of doing classic house music that feels really improvised, but still everything is in its place. And I really think that this is the where these two things join, this old style of US soulful house, and then the UK sound.
And all of the things I want to do, once the day becomes a night. Said I've been patient and I've been kind. Oh, but my body is running out of time. You said your clock on your walls is ticking, so let me give you what you've been missing. So she said, take me, oh, take me there. Oh, baby, take me back to your place. Ooh, your place of residence. So she said, take me, oh, take me there. Oh, baby, take me back to your place of residence. I've been waiting, baby, waiting for a long time, for your heart to beat mine. Someone else comes to mind, but when you told me that I was the one, girl, took every hour and minute, baby, just to make sure everything's right. So she said, take me, oh, take me there. Oh, baby, take me back to your place of residence. So she said, take me, oh, take me there. Oh, baby, take me back to your place. So she
So far, what do you think?
I'm not totally convinced.
No.
Can you pull it down to like 0 on the pitch? I like that better.
Yeah.
And if I need a dub, less vocal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There is a dub.
It gets
There
a
is a
little
dub.
gospel-y for me. A bit too much.
So let's dig into that because there's a whole tradition inside of house music, the kind of music like this with like full vocals. And I actually intentionally chose the one with the full vocals in order to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Because usually inside of this tradition, then you have like a vocal dub that's like sprinkled a little bit of vocals around, and then you can get the instrumental. And with this one, that's all of it, right? And I chose this one, so that's something that you would usually not play at all. The ones with that so much vocal on, I guess.
No, it's not that. It was just particularly this track. It was too much for me on this track. I love. For me, house music is black, you know, and house music is gospel, and I really love that. So don't confuse
So
me.
DJ Spen and the vocalist here, Mark Evans, is some of like the ones that kind of like evolved and invented a whole of this gospel tradition inside of house music.
Yeah. No, I really love it. Maybe because this track is a bit newer sounding.
Yeah. So that's the remix of it.
Maybe that's why I also don't really get so turned on it. Maybe if there was like a real raw early 90s mix of this, I would be
definitely
much more hot for
So
it.
this is not an old track that's remixed. It's a new track from these guys as well, even though they've done music for ages. But interesting. So what would be a full vocal track that you would definitely play, that you played many times out?
A full vocal track. I mean, there's so many. I would have to look for one.
You can play one if you could get to it. We have about half whatever. 20 minutes left, or you can do it after the next one or whatever.
Yeah, I could probably
put on what you have right now,
Yeah.
and then let's look for it.
Okay, let's do that. So we start with this.
Going back to the breakdance.
Turn off the light. Take a deep breath and relax. the light. Take a deep breath and relax.
So I really got that 80s breakdance vibe in the beginning there.
Yeah.
And then we get some like floaty deep house on top of it.
Yeah, it's a nice combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. No.
This is Father Sheet with well, strong essence, and it's also MAD.
Yeah.
Mad Records.
So how would you use this track? When and where would you play it?
This would be like in the beginning of a set.
Yeah.
At Jolene, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could
Where we are right now.
Yeah, where we are right now. That could be a nice place. Maybe right now, while people are still sitting down, having a little drink. We are not like pumping with four on the floor, but there's a vibe of going out, nightlife.
And it's still funky, right? So
It's
like
funky.
it builds some sort of anticipation.
Yeah. And it could go directly into some Chicago deep stuff, you know? So, yeah.
I love it a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so you asked me to put on a full vocal track.
Yeah. So we can hear what it is that you really enjoy.
Something that I could would probably play out.
And when will you drop this in the set?
This would be like a peak house music, like maybe at my next party at Barken. This
Amazing.
would be, yeah.
Let's hear it.
You can't play around when it comes to love. That's the time when I get serious.
So 1993.
Yeah, you probably know this vocal from like UK Garage Records, from Garage Records, Rest in Peace Productions. And it's really been used a lot.
Yeah.
But this is, guess the original by is it Kathy Brown?
Yeah.
I love this
Yeah,
tune. It's so banging.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we're actually talking about earlier how it was that sometimes you needed to have an edit of music from that age in order to play it with modern music. How does this fit in with modern music?
This track sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
You
just
can just
drop
mix
it.
it in,
Yeah, I
right?
could just drop it. It's so massive. It has nice low end and stuff. This is not thin at all.
No.
No, it's a banger.
This is yeah. This is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So
really nice.
so that was a little detour because the show was actually about new music, but I like the way that we can just go out off a tangent and see where it takes us. But I'm gonna play some new that kind of takes off that vibe. This is a new one from Hurley called Soul Frequency. So Hurley is a Spanish DJ and house music producer. I think he lives in Mallorca, actually, and he's one of those that whenever he gets something new out from, I look for it and I purchase it and I play it at Love Rave. and he's basically just a proponent for this kind of house music that's like vocal, all of this stuff that we talked about, like the one that I played in the beginning, made for playing outside in the sunshine. What do you think?
I love it. It's the kind of like Roland Clark sound. It was very big around 2010. It's Chicago. It's like the newer side of Chicago now, like 15 years ago, but very soulful, very funky, and I've been playing a lot of this, and I still do.
Yeah. And this whack, 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 whack
Yeah.
sound like this funky keyboard lead there that's just like...
a lot of wah. It's super funky.
Okay,
I
so
love it.
we have about 7 minutes to go, and I promised you that you could take the last of it. So let's go on with the next piece of music from you.
All right, man. So we talked about Hausium and the sister label Ellipse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play one track that hasn't been released yet from the EP.
Amazing.
And now for something totally different. This track is called Dream Mania by me, B for me. So, Braver, can you handle all this dream mania?
I can handle it, all the piano. You know, I love your music. You're one of the artists I played the most down at Love Rave, and I love your the way that you approach trance music, and we have a shared love of how classic house music, and then it just all comes together. And it's amazing to having you here today and listening to this forthcoming. It's forthcoming, right?
Yeah, on Ellipse Records. Yeah, so coming very soon.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you like it.
Yeah.
And we really do share the same taste in music, so it's wonderful to be enlightened with your nice tunes.
So amazing to have you here today, and amazing for everyone that's listened. All the shows are up on bravetracks.substack.com, where you can listen to all the old shows and watch them, and you can also see them on Radio Panini's website. And Frei's playlist will be up there as well, so that is you can go out and there will be links to purchase any of the music. Brave Tracks will have a night on Culture Box next Friday on the 13th, where we will celebrate various artists that we will release very soon. Everything is in the mixing stage, so there will be like 2 or 3 months. But the artists that are going to be on the VA are going to be performing that day on Culture Box. There's going to be Polychain, Gownley, Hakeem, and me, and there's going to be more in the VA, but those are the 4 artists that's going to be performing. So hope to see anyone there on the 13th.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. And then stay tuned for Sakina, that's coming up right now.